As equipment managers, everything's routine, and it definitely throws you out of your routine. But once you get here and get everything unpacked, and you can see that you have everything. But we had some jerseys that were flown in last minute, and some things that worry you a little bit. But we always manage to find our way through it somehow. I think we had 2 12-hour days back-to-back, Monday and Tuesday, and then of course we traveled Wednesday morning. So we literally were getting packages in early morning delivery on Wednesday before our flight left. It's one of those things that throws you out of your routine, but you feel very gratified once you get here and see everything's done, and hopefully you win the game, and then you feel even better.
After dropping 2 straight games at home, the Chiefs were facing yet another daunting task. Thursday night football, on the road against their division foes, the Denver Broncos.
Take advantage again and step out here and play football. Let's go. When the ball comes your way, make a play. Yeah. We fly around all game long. Playmakers all 3, 1, 2, 3.
Who, behind the two-headed rushing attack of Royce Freeman and Phillip Lindsay, have found themselves just 2 games behind the Chiefs in the AFC West.
I mean, you think about Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, Tyreek Hill is now back. You think big plays. The problem for Kansas City lately has been their defense, namely their run defense.
Everybody who comes in against the Chiefs, they want to keep that offense on the sidelines, control time of possession, and they've been able to win. So Kansas City's going to have to come out and get it together and try to do it with a number of key injured players.
Looking to get back on track, the Chiefs would aim to tackle a feat that since 2010, only 39% of road teams have accomplished, winning on a short week in someone else's house.
The red zone, the Broncos 25th in the league, but they have first and goal here at the 1.
Hey! Listen up! Freeman trying to pound it in. No signal, and now for the touchdown.
Denver would strike first with a quick rushing touchdown, and after a penalty by the Chiefs, Broncos head coach Vic Fangio would look to capitalize.
And now the offense is going to come back out.
Yeah, so they get the penalty and moves it to the 1, and I like the decision now by Vic Fangio.
Single back, it will be Lindsay, the popular Denver native. Lindsay slams into the line, and Lindsay gets pushed back. He did not make it.
And this Kansas City defense is tired of hearing about how they don't stop the run, and they step up there. Reggie Ragland.
Yeah, and Reggie Ragland, who hasn't gotten much playing time, he's going to see more tonight to try to help shore up some of that running game there.
And the Chiefs offense will take over now, down 6-0 against this Bronco defense that shut out the Titans on Sunday.
Here is McCoy.
Starts, stops, cuts it back 40, into the secondary 45 across midfield. Justin Simmons saves a touchdown.
Wow. What a run by LaShawn McCoy. Takes it into Denver territory to the 49.
And LaShawn McCoy, he's got a little wear on those tires in his 11th year, but he's more than a challenge to tackle in the open space.
Kelsey and Hardman tight on the right side. Pringle in motion across the face mask of Mahomes. On 3rd and 3, Mahomes under pressure, throws it left, caught by Hardman inside the 5, touchdown, Kansas City!
Hardman had it, lost it, had it, broke a tackle and took it in.
An outstanding concentration catch, and the Chiefs, they strike on their first drive of the game on a touchdown and alert play by rookie Mecole Hardman.
And give the league MVP, Patrick Mahomes, credit for standing in there, moving that shoulder, and then as you mentioned, Mecole Hardman juggles that ball into the end zone.
It's no secret that getting after the quarterback has been a recent challenge for the Chiefs defense, entering the game with just 11 total sacks. Kansas City's front 7 looked to set the tone early.
And they're going to fake a counter, and Flacco's head, and down he goes! And Alex Okafor is obliterating the right tackle.
You think Steve Spagnuolo doesn't sense a weakness within this offense?
At their own 19, from the pocket, Flacco! Buried! Ball's loose! And coming up by the Broncos at the 9! And the Chiefs defense dominates Denver on that drive. It will be a 3-and-out.
And Matt, the 16th sack of the season on Denver, but only the 4th at home for the Broncos. So right now, this defense of Kansas City really changing things up effectively.
4th and 4 Broncos at their own 45.
Watch the ball, watch the fake.
Broncos taking a long time here. Now they'll snap it back. They're going to fake it. Wadman is going to fake it. He's going to run to the left side. He's headed down. He goes. The Broncos spin the roulette wheel, and the marble flies off the wheel.
An ugly play by the Denver Broncos, and Armani Watts is out there to make the stop. And that didn't look like it had any.
Following the fake punt attempt from Denver, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense took the field, quickly finding their way into the red zone.
Right side with Bell. Kelsey over there, 3rd down on a yard. Single back is Darrell Williams, who gets it, plunges into the line. He's got the 1st down.
I don't know. They're going to mark this closer to the 5. It's going to be closer than we would like. I know that. They're saying 4th down, Mitch.
Oh, my goodness. It looked like he had it.
I agree.
And the near side official marked it short.
And I'm not surprised Andy Reid's going forward here. I'd hand it off and get him behind that right side of the offensive line.
4th down and 1. Now Mahomes.
Mahomes sneaks it, and somebody better guard that ankle. It looks like it's a 1st down on the quarterback sneak by Patrick Mahomes. Is he off the field? He is not. He might be hurt, Kendall.
Oh, no.
As he went on the quarterback sneak, he is down on his left hip.
I mean, all we can hope for as fans of the game is that that young man, Patrick Mahomes, is okay.
And maybe the biggest news of the NFL weekend is right here as all of the Chiefs Kingdom holds its breath.
It's a freak thing, and it happens. So over the years, you've seen teams that let themselves down after one of your best players or the best player gets hurt, in particular the quarterback. And I was proud that our guys just stepped up and kept battling, and everybody upped their game, I thought.
Chiefs get 10 points in 50 seconds, but lose their MVP quarterback to injury. Now the defense has to win the day here. They won the first half.
2nd down and 9 here for the Broncos, down by 7. Ball is out.
The ball's out! The ball is picked up by Ragland! Touchdown! Kansas City!
Hand off to Lindsey.
Like calf roping at the county fair, Derek Nottie.
Flacco, another sack. And it's already been 6 sacks of Joe Flacco here in the first half.
Flacco under pressure goes down again for a 7th time. And the Broncos simply cannot block this Chiefs defensive line.
Flacco, another sack. Reggie Ragland gets on the list, and a loss of 6.
This is about as bad an offense as I've seen. I'm shocked there's as many people still here at the game.
Matt Moore for the truck at the Tyreek.
Matt Moore picked up late for Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes out for the game. That means Matt Moore is going to drive the bus home.
In his career, Matt Moore has thrown for 45 touchdowns, 36 picks, 6,900 yards, and Chiefs and the Chiefs fans have to hope that with every step Patrick Mahomes took, it looked like he got more sure on that right leg.
They faked to McCoy. He's under pressure is Moore. He throws a corner pattern right. Caught at the 30-yard line. The Cheetah 25, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Kansas City!
The All-Pro is back. And Matt Moore floated one to perfection.
The high school teacher and coach burns the Broncos with the 57-yard wheel to the Cheetah, and the Chiefs break it open late in the 3rd.
It's a great call. Coach Reid kind of dialed it up there, and Tyreek did a great job of getting open and doing what he does best. Able to get him open and hit it, so it was good.
Listen. I know about the Chiefs. I got that one. But let's give it a how about our defense, huh? All right, so we're gonna go. There you go. How about that defense? Got it? How about that defense? You ready? How about that defense? That's what we're talking about.
Hey, take care of yourself this weekend. Enjoy yourself. Be smart. We got more to go, baby.
Hell yes, sir.
So Chiefs on 3. 1, 2, 3. Chiefs.
All right, so first, just to address Patrick Mahomes, Dr. Paul Schreppel reduced the dislocated patella. We had x-rays at the game that came back negative. We did an MRI Friday here at the facility. and that turned out as good as we could possibly imagine. He's worked all weekend here. He's done rehabilitation, did extensive pool therapy here at the complex, has done some stuff in the athletic training room, and is progressing nicely. We'll manage Patrick accordingly, and he's right in the middle of the process. So I appreciate your time.
Injuries are an unfortunate fact of life in professional football. And this season, in particular, the Chiefs have been hit hard, down a number of starters entering the midway point of the season. But every injury is different, and every athlete is unique. And in the case of quarterback Patrick Mahomes, his miraculous play on the field has also made its way into his recovery. Just 6 days removed from the patellar dislocation suffered Thursday night in Denver, Mahomes is back to practice. And although his participation may be limited, setbacks paved the way for comebacks, and Mahomes is just beginning his.
Patrick will go do a few things, and we'll just see how he does. In the meantime, Matt will take the reps with Patrick. So, all right, that time's yours.
Despite losing their starting quarterback, there's still football to play, and the team continues to prepare for the Sunday night showdown against Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. But the story of the Chiefs and Packers predates both of the teams entering Arrowhead Stadium on Sunday.
I've been lucky to have been with 3 organizations that have a history in the league, and none older than what you got going this weekend. So the history of it and the way it's maintained, it's kept that living. And both teams have had success throughout the years and stand where they are right now with success. So it's a tribute to the league and to those 2 organizations.
Decades before Aaron Rodgers took his first NFL snap, or head coach Andy Reid dialed up his first play call, the Chiefs and Packers took part in the first ever AFL-NFL championship game at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum on January 15th, 1967. The game took place prior to the AFL and NFL merger in 1970, pitting the NFL champion Green Bay Packers against the AFL champion Kansas City Chiefs, in a contest that few believed would be a competitive one.
Sports Illustrated covered the game, as you would expect. The Packers were widely considered to be the better team going into the game, and as it turned out, were the champions when it was over. And I think looking back at the game, it was a sense of relief by the Packers because the pressure they were carrying because of the fact that everybody just considered it would be a blowout.
The narrative in the media was that the championship game would be a one-sided affair, but the Chiefs kept it close in the first half, going into the locker room with an edge in both yards gained and first downs. But an untimely interception would swing the game in the Packers' favor, crowning them as the first official champions of professional football. And while the Super Bowl of today is one of the most watched and attended events of the calendar year,
Let me see what else we have over here.
It was not always the grand spectacle that it is today.
This is a classic photo that everyone always shows of the Super Bowl because of the lack of fans in the end zone. Now, this is a 100,000-seat stadium, but there were 35,000 or so seats that were not filled. There were a lot of oddities about the game. For example, they used 2 different footballs. They used the AFL football when the Chiefs were on offense, and they used the NFL football when the Packers were on offense. There were 2 TV networks covering the game. The biggest difference in the game is the fact that everybody thinks they call it the Super Bowl from the start, which of course they didn't. It was known as the AFL-NFL Championship game. As you can see, World Championship game, AFL-NFL. By the end of the game, there were people who were making references to the idea this was the Super Bowl. That had come from Lamar's comment at a meeting when they were preparing for the game. He said the Super Bowl, the final game, the championship. And he admitted later that he had got that idea because his kids had been given a ball, the Super Bowl.
Lamar Hunt's team would lose that first Super Bowl. And adding insult to injury, Packers coach Vince Lombardi had some less than complimentary remarks for his opponent.
I think the Kansas City team is a real top football team, and it doesn't compare with the National Football League team. That's what you want me to say, I said it.
Lombardi's comments after the game really got under the skin of Hank Stram and also the Chiefs players, and they took their revenge out the following year when the AFL and NFL teams began to play one another in the preseason. The Chicago Bears played the Chiefs here, and the score was 66-24, the Chiefs, and they keep running it and running it and running it. The players were as fired up as if this was a regular season game or even a championship game. So the Chiefs defense really began to set the tone at that point because this was not a team that you could take lightly. And so they proved that a couple years later when they won Super Bowl IV.
Just 3 seasons removed from Kansas City's loss to the Green Bay Packers in that inaugural game, they'd make their way back, this time securing the title that eluded them. But the road to that championship had been paved with much adversity. After losing star quarterback Len Dawson in Week 2 of the 1969 season and backup quarterback Jackie Lee the following week, the Chiefs turned to their third option in Mike Livingston, who rattled off 5 straight victories for Kansas City. And after foregoing what would seem to be season-ending surgery at the time, Dawson returned in Week 9 with the Chiefs primed for a Super Bowl run. 50 seasons later, the Chiefs have found themselves in an eerily similar situation, losing quarterback Patrick Mahomes for what could be several weeks. But Chiefs historian Bob Moore will be the first to tell you that history has a funny way of repeating itself.
It certainly mirrors the fact that you've lost one of your best players. 1997 was very similar to it too. The backup at that particular point was Rich Gannon, who had been a starter in the league. So yeah, there's definitely comparisons because the teams at that time in 1997 and then back in 1969 and also today had Super Bowl aspirations. In history, you often find comparisons that go back. Sometimes they go back 2 or 3 times. And in this particular instance, I think they would go back to 69 and even 1997.
Bring it down just a little bit right there. All right, give me a little bit of a drop back.
Backup quarterback Matt Moore will be getting his first start for the Chiefs this Sunday night. And although filling in for the league's reigning MVP is no small feat, the Van Nuys, California native has been here before. Entering the league in 2007, Moore spent his first 4 seasons with the Carolina Panthers and signed with the Miami Dolphins in 2011 to backup quarterback Chad Henne. But in Week 4, Henne would be sidelined with a shoulder injury, leaving Moore to take the reins for the remainder of the season and finish the year as the Dolphins' 2011 Most Valuable Player. And in 2016, after signing a 2-year deal to back up then quarterback Ryan Tannehill, Moore would once again be called upon to fill in for an injured starter.
Moore gets hit, puts it up top, racing is Stills, who's got it, Kenny Stills!
Finishing the year with a 2-1 record and clinching a playoff berth for Miami.
You know, got done playing and was home and then got an offer to go scout with the Dolphins. Did it for a little bit. You know, that ended and started coaching high school football at my high school with the coach that coached me when I was there, and that was great. And then got a call from Coach Reed, and I was here the next day. So it's been kind of a whirlwind for myself, my family, but it's been great. Can I put this on?
Ask Steve, he's the boss.
Yeah, we do that. I mean, that's more my style. How's that look? $100? Preparation is real similar. I mean, obviously every week you prepare to play. The volume increases, but you try and stay in the same rhythm and the same focus and move forward every day. It's going to be amazing playing Sunday night, you know, in Arrowhead. You know, I mean, they're a tough team in this league. They've got great players, they've got great leaders, so we just need a good week of prep and go out and execute, and we'll see what happens.
While Matt Moore and the Chiefs prepare for Sunday Night Football, Arrowhead Stadium would first play host to a different kind of event.
Who are you?
Oh,
You're
wow.
Okay. Do you want double the candy?
All right.
Yes. Here you go.
Thank you.
High five.
For 5 years running, the Chiefs have hosted the Chiefs Kingdom Kids Trick-or-Treat Bash, providing players and coaches with some much-needed family time, while also offering young fans the opportunity to get a head start on Halloween.
Hey, Pat, come here, Pat, come here. So Pat got healthy on me, but he's shrunk, though. But you ready to throw the ball this week? So he gonna throw me the ball this week, hey. We ready, I'm telling you. I'm letting you know right now, it's Pat. It's little Pat, little brother. It's Pat everywhere. It's gonna be Pat everywhere. Oh, real Reaper in the
Halloween, one of my favorite holidays. I used to trick-or-treat all the time. I got imagination, so I want to be any character I wanted to.
Hell, boy, let's go. You gotta be Lance Armstrong. He the only person that ever went to the moon. You know that? The only person. I just like interacting with kids, man, and I guess it's a prize or like extra incentive to be with some NFL players and take pictures with them. I wasn't ready. Anything to come back and do with the kids, though, we're going to always come back ready. So you the winner today, huh? That's what he's telling me. And he got the TV! Oh, it's over! Hey, Halloween is canceled. He took the crown. It's over. Like, just go ahead and crown my man, yo. If y'all don't know who in here right now, to my left, I mean the GOAT, the myth, the legend, the honey badger, man.
Which turtle are you? Raphael? Michelangelo? That's my grandson's favorite, too.
Can I get an autograph?
Oh my God, swole on us.
Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers started off the game strong, scoring a touchdown on their opening drive.
2nd and 3. A little flip to Jones, and behind a Williams block, he is able to take it in for a touchdown.
And adding another score just before the end of the first quarter.
Williams to the right of Rodgers. He'll get the handoff following the block of Vitale and gets the end zone. 2:09 to go, and on their third possession, the Packers now lead 13-0 pending the extra point.
Let's go, we on the attack, baby.
And while Green Bay may have dominated time of possession in the first quarter, taking 10 minutes and 13 seconds off the clock, Matt Moore and the Chiefs offense looked to make their mark in the second.
So now, well, they had one game plan in mind when the game started, but now you're down 14-0. How do you change it?
You obviously want to take care of Matt Moore and get him settled in the game. We saw in the game last week, it took him 2 or 3 series. He's got to catch it, throw it, get it out. Play action's what he did best a week ago.
Chiefs are in the pistol. On first down, a play fake on a shovel. And now a throw. Kelsey's wide open. If he can find the ball, he finds it. Touchdown! Kansas City! He hauls it in, and the Chiefs get a 29-yard touchdown pass.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
And on the opposite side of the ball, the defense, down a few key starters, was still putting the pressure on Aaron Rodgers.
Long count, back to throw. Rodgers with time. Now it breaks down. Passanio chases, sacked him back at the 4. Tano Passanio diving with that 7'4" wingspan, a loss of 17, and the 13th time that Rodgers has been sacked this season.
Great job, bro!
2nd and 8 for Aaron Rodgers. Quick snap back to him. Play action fake. Here comes pressure. He's sacked by Damian Wilson. Second time tonight. Sacked back at the 36. Loss of 9.
And what we're seeing right now out of Steve Spagnuolo is exactly what he did last week against Denver. He is starting to fire those linebackers, and they're getting through.
After getting Aaron Rodgers off the field with a sack, trailing by 7, Hardman now sprints in motion in front of Moore. They're going to give it to him on a flip pass right to left. 25 blockers. 20, 15, 10 to the 5. Touchdown! Kansas City right to left for 30 yards to McCole Hardman.
He said he wanted it. Get it. Come on, man.
What's impressive to me is Matt Moore, down 14-0, has led in this Andy Reid offense the Chiefs to 17 unanswered points.
Not flinching at all, just understanding that they do what they do and they'll get it done, and that's exactly what we've seen in this second quarter.
3 seconds to go, second quarter. Green Bay trailing Kansas City 17-14.
So time for what Aaron has become so adept at doing. the Hail Mary.
We know about this guy in Hail Marys.
Rodgers takes the snap. The Chiefs are blitzing. Forget the Hail Mary. Down goes Rodgers for the third time in the game. Another sack for Passanio.
A 17-0 run to round out the second quarter had the crowd energized at the half. But the celebration would continue through halftime, as the historical rematch against the Green Bay Packers served as a fitting stage to welcome some of the men who helped build the game into what it is today.
Here we go again, huh?
Just a few months ago, Chiefs legends Tony Gonzalez and Johnny Robinson were enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. There, they received their gold jackets and bronze busts, two of the three icons gifted from the Hall of Fame, symbolizing their illustrious careers in the NFL. And tonight, underneath the bright lights of Arrowhead Stadium, these two heroes of the game will complete the trifecta by receiving their Ring of Excellence, the final piece that represents the elite status of being a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Chiefs Kingdom, please join us in celebrating Pro Football Hall of Famers Johnny Robinson and Tony Gonzalez.
The Packers were driving to start the second half, pushing the ball inside the Chiefs' red zone on their first possession of the third quarter.
Third down and 1. Packers at the Kansas City 3. Rodgers being chased, harassed, flings it for the end zone, and it is going to be caught in the back of the end zone by the running back. That is Jamal Williams in the back corner, the far corner of the end zone. I think Rodgers...
Down 24-17, Kansas City was not out of the game. And with 13:57 left in the fourth quarter, Matt Moore and the Chiefs offense took over.
Sammy finna get busy.
He's over there in a tight slot. Is Tyreek Hill. They hand it off. Damian Williams, left side, touchdown! Kansas City! Damian Williams, tough running, gets free in a great block from Austin Ryder.
That's what I'm talking about.
10-play drive, Damian Williams doing all of the ball carrying.
There are no moral victories in the NFL. But after entering a game where few believed the Chiefs would keep it competitive, Kansas City finished the game with 5 sacks, the most Green Bay had given up since week 1. And quarterback Matt Moore threw for 267 yards, adding 2 touchdowns with 0 interceptions.
Once we got in the flow of the game, we kind of were rolling there for a little bit. There's always going to be something. And in every game, it's never as good as you think. It's never as bad as you think. We'll look at it and fix what we need to fix and move forward.
At the touchdown deck, Kelsey. Please kind of walk us.
Trick or treat. Great costumes they was wearing. I got me a couple ideas. Can't wait till Halloween. Get me a costume. Death Eater. Death Eater, though, if y'all wanted to know Harry Potter. Yes, sir. I might be Venom. Oh, no. I might be No, I'm saying that. I might be a Scorpion.